Hello guys, this is Raptormon132 here, and welcome to my 20-second blind commentary video post of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 6. Yep, as you all know, I did episode 21. Today I'll be looking at episode 22, and this one is called P.P.O.V, Pony Point of View. Interesting. Okay, well, first off, it's actually, this sounds like it's referencing that, the phrase personal point of view, but in this case, it's pony point of view. So, I don't know what to expect, but if I was to make speculations, I'd say it's going to be all about ponies sharing a different point of view about something. What, I don't know. But, yeah. So, yeah, I really don't know what to expect. So, yeah. I'm stumped to find another episode title that doesn't that doesn't actually spoil anything, or possibly. But yeah, so I guess the only way to find out is to actually watch the episode. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Here we go. Ah, Spike and Twilight.
Can you slow down a bit?
Sorry, Spike. It's just Pinkie Pie, Rarity, and Applejack are getting back from their Seaward Show's boat trip, and I can't wait to hear all about it. It's such a shame Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy had to miss it for their Cloudsdale Flight School reunion. Maybe the rest of us not going
Cloudsdale
is for the
Flight
best
School
anyway.
reunion.
I know the three of them were really looking forward to getting out of their element.
But hang on a sec. I just realized something. If Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash were going to Flight School reunion, how could Rainbow Dash be invited to high school reunion? Because if I understand, and if I remember correctly, Rainbow Dash dropped out of flight school.
Well, what do we have here?
It's our old friend, Rainbow Crash.
Get kicked out any flight schools lately?
I didn't get kicked out.
Face it, Rainbow Crash. Flight school had too many rules and not enough nap times for you.
Yeah, I remember that. From what sorry about the throat. This unusual feeling in my throat is unusual. I don't know what's causing it. But, yeah. I'll try to minimize some throat noises and coughing and all that as much as I can. It just sucks. But, anyway, if I understand, Rainbow Dash is a flight school dropout. So how could she be invited to a flight school reunion? Because if I remember correctly, usually school reunions, they usually invite the seniors of their schools, like the seniors of different years. So, for instance, the class of the year 12 class of 1983, or the year 12 class of 2002. I think you get the picture. But, yeah. Oh well, it's awesome that Rainbow Dash is invited, but, yeah. Anyway, continue.
Getting out of their element?
I think they all just wanted to try something new.
Huh. I guess a boat trip qualifies as that.
My only worry is that they'll be so excited they'll talk over each other and I'll miss some of the details. Just to be safe, I may need you to take notes.
Ugh.
Right.
Typical Twilight. Oh god.
So, how was the trip?
What's it look like, Bubblehead?
From the looks of it, terrible. What?
Well, at least you don't have to worry about them talking over each other.
Alright. Well, from the looks of it, it looks like the boat trip that they, well, supposed boat trip they went on, it must have been a complete total disaster. Like, judging from how angry they are, how messed up they are, it's no doubt that it was a complete, utter disaster. It'd be interesting to find out what exactly happened. So, actually, that's probably what it means by pony point of view. It's explaining their point of view.
I don't know what happened on that boat trip, but once Rarity, Applejack, and Pinkie Pie have some tea and talk it out, I'm sure every pony will feel better.
Maybe.
Come on in, every pony! Gummy opalescence in Winona?
Oh,
This is a surprise?
that's
Pinkie
unusual.
Pie, Rarity, and Applejack with you?
Oh. Opal's being
Sorry,
nice
darling,
for once.
but I must decline the invitation to your soiree. While I'm sure it will be positively resplendent, there are certain ponies I'd rather not associate with at the moment. Rarity.
Oh.
Rarity's not coming? So I polished my scales for nothing.
I bet the others are.
Sorry I can't make it, but I'm still a mite upset about everything that happened on the boat. Applejack. Sorry I can't make the tea party today, but there's a small problem with the guest list. Plus, I'm right in the middle of a very important cupcake. Pinkie.
Ugh. All
Come on,
making
Spike.
excuses.
Since our friends won't come here and tell us what happened, we'll just have to go to them.
Right behind you.
Fucking pig!
Stuffing his face with cookies. Huh? Ugh! A crab!
I'm sorry, but my mane wasn't made to support marine life.
Aw.
Ruined.
How's that crab gonna get back to the ocean?
No, Rarity. Maybe you could...
Throw it away. Yes, I agree. Just another innocent casualty of that disastrous boat trip.
About that, Spike and I were wondering what happened out there.
Please, darling. I don't know if I'll ever be able to discuss it. It's far too painful.
Ugh.
Too difficult to talk about. We completely understand.
Typical Rarity.
Well, since you dragged it out of me. It all started at the docks. I knew Applejack and Pinkie Pie wanted to get out of their element, so I thought I would surprise them with an elegant cruise. I had brought a small bag with just a few key essentials. All right, ponies, prepare yourselves for luxury on the high seas. That sounds fun.
Uh-huh. What?
The sea air carries a portent for trouble this day. 'Tis a treacherous and perilous journey that
What?
lies ahead of us. We sail to adventure.
What?
Very doomed.
Applejack.
I pop by the sailor man. I pop by the sailor man.
I have no idea what you just said, but your wardrobe.
Seriously. Applejack speaking like a hardied sea captain. I never thought I'd see the day. That's a bit of a change from changing from a country western pony to a nautical pony. Yeah. Well, alright. Well, anyway, continue.
It was delightfully seaworthy. Despite Applejack's colorful seafarer attitude, I was still determined to get my friends out of their element by providing them with all the refinements of a luxury cruise. I'd made sure to bring all the most delectable nibbles for them to enjoy.
Ooh, I brought food too! Let's see, I've got cotton candy, taffy, circus peanuts, and lots of other super yummy stuff!
Pie, that all looks positively delectable. But you simply must try one of these cucumber sandwiches. Dig in!
Oh, cucumber sandwiches are delicious.
Cucumber sandwiches.
Arr! Get those off me, ship!
Alright, that's not Applejack.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea you had such distaste for cucumbers.
Yar, har, har,
Laugh it
har,
up,
hardy, har,
fuzzball.
har, har.
Alright, that's probably not how it happened.
Applejack.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Applejack at all.
It gets even worse.
Yeah. Twilight and I have, like... Twilight thinks the same thing as me. That doesn't sound like Applejack anything, like, that doesn't sound anything like Applejack at all. In fact, I think I know where this episode is going. It's going to show all ponies' point of view of what happened on that day, with one of them making up total exaggerations about one another. Well, of each other. You know? Because Applejack throwing out food in distasteful fashion doesn't sound like Applejack at all. She's not the type that would do that. So, I find Rarity's impression of Applejack is a total exaggeration. If that weren't worse, a lie. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's actually true from Rarity's point of view. You know, from a certain point of view.
A certain point of view?
Luke, you're going to find that many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I think that's what this episode is going with. But yeah, anyway, continue.
Pinkie tried to lighten the mood with some fun maritime games.
It's Pinata Oclock! Wanna give it a whack, Rarity?
Pinata Oclock?
Of course.
I'll be charting a course to the very heart of that maelstrom!
What?
Applejack, just a thought, but maybe we should
Yeah.
stick toward calmer waters.
This be the only way to plunder Cove!
To plunder Cove.
Perhaps if I take a quick look-see at that map of yours, I could find us a more cruise-friendly captain.
There'll be no mutiny aboard me ship!
Look at me! I'm the captain too!
Pinkie Pie had caught Applejack's sea madness.
Is that all you've got?
Then what happened?
Oh, the boat sank, obviously.
Sank?
You were out on maneuvers, not fighting the Battle of Waterloo. At best, this is a wild exaggeration. And at worst, it's...
Lisa?
So, Applejack got some sort of sea madness and caused the boat to capsize?
After all the effort
Well,
they put
from
into
her
to
point of
find
view,
her
maybe.
the exact luxury cruise they needed to get out of their elements. That is how Applejack thanked me.
So, you were stuck out in the middle of the ocean? How in Equestria did you get back?
Spike, darling, you'll have to forgive me. I'm far too emotionally drained to discuss the matter any further.
Rarity,
Ugh.
I don't suppose there's any chance you might be...
I scream.
things just a little?
Well, I can assure you that is exactly what happened. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Pinkie Pie. I'm quite certain her story will be the same.
No, I doubt it.
What Rarity said happened on the boat, huh? We thought there was a chance she might
Yeah,
have...
now we're gonna hear Pinkie's
embellished
side.
the story just a tad. So we wanted to hear about what happened from you. Did
Yep.
Applejack really
Ah.
capsize the boat?
Of course not.
Before we continue, I have a speculation what Pinkie Pie's story is going to be like. Pinkie Pie's story is probably going to be random and, you know, it's going to have impossible things, well, it's going to be random as fuck. Like, things that just don't make any sense. Because that's what Pinkie Pie really is. But, yeah, that's what I reckon it's going to be like. Well, yeah, I guess we'll find out. Let's continue.
That's just silly. There's no way Applejack could have sank the boat.
I knew it.
That's a relief.
Because Rarity did.
What?
It all
How?
started on the docks. I knew Rarity and Applejack wanted to get out of their element, so I figured I'd throw them the funnest, silliest boat party ever. But I guess Rarity had other ideas.
Really?
I thought I overpacked until I saw Rarity and her team of porter ponies.
Huh?
Prepare yourselves for a
Oh, what?
cruise. A day of opulence, decadence, and extravagance. That sounds fun.
Ahoy, mateys! Batten down the hatches, y'all, because this here's gonna be a boat ride of adventure!
I can live with that.
Well, that's actually a bit better for Applejack.
They just keep coming. Now you can't throw a silly
Hope
boat
she didn't
party
forget
without
anything.
snacks. So I made sure to pack the funnest party food I could find. Rarity, would you care for some cotton candy? It's freshly spun.
Oh, Pinkie Pie. Those all look simple.
But they're obviously unfit for a luxury cruise. Now my cucumber sandwich is on the other hook. Try one, then you'll understand.
Oh, cucumber sandwiches are delicious.
Ooh, are those chocolate chip?
What?
Sorry, cucumber sandwiches are so 10 seconds ago.
Wait. That doesn't sound like Rarity.
Oh, no. No, don't. I'm rather enjoying this now.
Just wait until you hear how much more unlike your she
Yeah.
sounds. I thought I'd lighten the mood with
That
some
is-
super fun party boat games. But Rarity
Yeah.
is a real wet blanket. It's Pinata time! Want to give it a whack, Rarity?
Oh, you were serious.
Well, that's adorable.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
I'll give it a
That's
go.
a no.
That's the spirit! Let's get this boat party started!
Yeah.
Whoa, doggy!
A thunderstorm. Another thunderstorm. Oh no. Oh, they're fighting over the map. So,
Oh, don't worry, dear. Luxury cruises never sing. What?
really?
And that's why the boat sinking was all Rarity's fault.
That seems odd. I mean, we trust you, of course, but it's also extraordinary?
Crazy is more like it.
Oh, it's extraordinary, all right.
Well-
That's exactly what happened.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be random as fuck, but it seemed like it looks like I was wrong. Yeah. well, that's Pinkie's point of view, but now we have to hear Applejack's point of view, which I think Applejack will probably be honest. You know, like, it'll be, you know, simple and all of that, but I guess only one of, but I don't think any, but yeah. So, yeah, I guess we'll hear Applejack's point of view now. Anyway, continue.
Ah, the only thing I might have gotten wrong was that there was even more porta ponies. But just to be safe, you should talk to Applejack. She'll know exactly how many porta ponies there were.
Okay, but if the boat sank, how did you all get rescued?
Ah, that's easy. We just...
That's it. We've got to go talk to Applejack.
Good idea. She'll straighten this out.
I just really want to know how they made it back. But yeah, that'd be great too.
Hold on a tick. Pinkie Pie says it's Rarity's fault, and Rarity says I sank the boat? Well, that's plumb crazy. If you two really
She's
wanna
gonna
know
say
what happened,
Pinkie.
I'll tell you. Y'all know how Pinkie Pie and Rarity wanted to get out of their element? Well, I brought a treasure map to give them a rip-roaring seafaring adventure. But they had other ideas.
What? That Hey! Wait. That dress that Rarity's wearing... I think this kind of... excuse me. I think this looks like the dress that that Rose wore in you know, in Titanic. That kind of looks like the dress that Rose wore in Titanic.
I don't see what all the fuss is about. It doesn't look any bigger than the Mauritania.
You could be blasé about some things, Rose, but not about Titanic. It's over 100 feet longer than Mauritania, and far more luxurious.
So, no, yeah, I recognize it because, you know, I've seen Titanic multiple times. And I could never forget that dress that Rose wore at the start when she comes out and is about to board the ship. Yeah, that's actually great. In fact, I kind of figured they'd probably put a Titanic reference in this, like, considering it's nautical and all that. But yeah, awesome they made that reference. Well, like, nonetheless. Anyway, continue.
And more fun than you can shake a stick at. Because
Oh! Rubber ducky!
All right, mateys. But just y'all wait till you see the high seas adventure I've got planned.
Been a while since I said that, you know, rubber ducky.
Unfortunately, they seemed less interested in a treasure hunting adventure and more interested in snacks.
Oh, darling, that food isn't fit for a pony of proper breeding, darling, and refinement, darling. Now my cucumber sandwiches on the other hook.
Oh, cucumber sandwiches are delicious.
Again.
Them all in my mouth. Pinkie, darling, please.
Oh.
You clumsy pea-brain! Look what you've done!
So, they all say So, they all say that that the food went overboard. And I bet afterwards there's going to be another storm. Yeah, anyway, sorry.
I never. Me neither.
What?
Do you want to say it or should I?
I'll go. That sure doesn't sound like Rarity or Pinkie Pie.
Oh, it gets a sight worse than that.
It's P.W.T. Pinata whacking time.
Huh.
Oh, darling, whacking is a base pastime for common ponies. Doesn't interest me in the least.
That doesn't sound like Rarity at all.
Huh?
So, another storm.
Why, this will make a perfect tablecloth for my cheese board.
Maybe so, but it's also the only way to find Thunder Cove. And Pinkie Pie was just about as simple as a weasel in a hen house.
Captain Pinkie Pie, reporting for map duty!
So they all fight for the map. Oh, she lost her hat.
Wait, so it was Rarity and Pinkie's fault?
Yep. And maybe if they ever apologize, I'll consider talking to them again.
If they all blame each other, I don't know how we're going to get them to talk
But
again.
that still doesn't explain how they got back to shore.
Neither do I.
You know, I just noticed that after all the incidents that they're sharing their points of view, the thing that they haven't explained is how were they able to get back to shore? They haven't said anything about that yet. Well, Pinkie was going to, but actually I'm surprised that Twilight and Spike didn't ask Applejack that. That could have been their only chance. Oh well, maybe we'll find out in a minute. Anyway, continue.
There's gotta be some way to fix this. If Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Rarity keep not talking to each other, they could forget what good friends they really are.
I just don't
Maybe.
get it.
That
All of
is-
the stories are so different. We're never gonna figure out what really happened.
Their
The only way
stories
to-
were different, but they also had a lot in common.
A storm,
They
and
were all on a ship that sank, and that's about it.
Not quite. Aha! Not only do I think I know how the boat sank, I have a pretty good idea how to get Rarity, Applejack, and Pinkie Pie back together.
wait.
I hope this plan of yours works.
Winona brought me your note about a friendship emergency. How can I help?
Opalescence delivered your message, Twilight. What's the emergency? It's a good thing it was time for Twilight, or it might not have seen your
Yep.
note about the emergency, Twilight. What's she doing here?
Sorry, but I just didn't know how else to get the three of you here together. And there really is a friendship emergency. Yours.
Oh, there's no emergency. I'm just waiting for an
Yeah.
apology.
An apology? What? Why would you want me to apologize when it was Rarity's fault? What are you talking about? Applejack clearly caused the boat to sink. She stranded us in the middle of the ocean.
Will some pony please tell me how you made it back?
Yeah, finally, we'll get to find out what happened. What?
Well, maybe it wasn't the middle of the ocean.
Even so, I don't appreciate being
So-
hornswoggled into coming back here.
On that, at least we agree. Yeah!
I know you each have a different perspective on how the boat capsized and blame each other. But if you come on the boat with me, I'll show you what really happened.
Well, not that
Well,
I have any doubt.
there is a way they
We'll
could
put
find
everybody
out.
to see exactly whose fault it was.
I think we all know which pony is about to be proven right.
I don't think any of them
Sure
are gonna. I don't think any of them will
Like
be
I
proven
said,
right.
I sure hope this works.
I hope so too.
Whatever you're looking for, I hope you find it soon.
Don't worry, Spike. I've got it all under control. While all of your stories seem very different, they all had something in common. Cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, cucumber sandwiches are delicious.
What? So,
What in the hay does that have to do with anything?
And
Yeah.
why would you waste a perfectly good hors d'oeuvre?
You also mentioned the bubbling water. And the swell.
what?
Cucumber just happens to be the favorite food of the tri-horned bunyip. And
What?
bubbles, followed by a swell, is
What?
happens when you
What?
swim up to the shallow
Wait a
to
minute.
deep water.
But Bunyip? Wait, Trihorn Bunyip? Wait, so... Is Twilight saying that... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Anyway, did Twilight say what I think she said? That there is Australian mythology in MLP? Well, if that's the case, that's so cool. They put Australian mythology into MLP. Like a bunyip. Like that's a mythical creature in Australia, a bunyip, that was spoken by the Aborigines.
The Aborigines called the creature many names. Twinataba, Katinva, Dongus, and of course, the bunyip. Some say it's a strange monster with a human-like figure, ghastly features, and feet turned backwards. Others say it's a hideous creature that breathes fire and roars like a lion. Some say it lives in the shadows, only coming out in the still of the night. Scientists argue it's just several creatures formed into one. But then we know better, don't we?
So, they put in Australian cultured mythology into MLP. Who would have known? Although, Trihorned Bunyip, that sounds like a different species of Bunyip, but yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Anyway, continue.
Oh, we attracted a Trihorn, whatchamacallit?
With cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, there it is.
Hello, Bunyip, sir.
What? Oh my god.
That's a Trihorn Bunyip, who's very sorry he accidentally knocked over your boat, right?
Wait,
How is
Twilight had nothing to do with the capsizing?
Nope.
All right. Even if our friend the Bunyip is responsible for sinking the boat, that still doesn't excuse a certain pony's behavior.
Me? How about you and Pinkie Pie?
Oh, I think I can explain that too. Each one of you spent so much time trying to come up with the perfect way to get the others out of their element that you didn't notice your friends were doing the same thing.
Wait a minute. You brought all those games and things for us?
Of course! I figured the boat trip was the perfect time to do things that were silly and fun. And I was just trying to give the two of you the elegant cruise I thought you deserved.
And I just wanted to give you two a high seas adventure, since that'd be something new and different for y'all.
Oh. That is so sweet. You must have gone through so much trouble.
Well, not half as much trouble as you did making all that fancy food and bringing all those games.
I guess this just teaches us that even longtime friends need to work at communication.
Well, there's something
I guess so.
communicate to you all right now. You girls are the best friends a pony could ever have. Oh, let's never fight again. You got it.
Well,
How about you, big softy? Bring it in.
Oh, all of you, come over here. Big group hug. Group hug. Ooh. Do you mind if I kiss the monkey? Mwah. Ooh, hairball.
I'm surprised. Bunyip. What? So they're using the treasure as Sunday pots.
Boat party to get you out of your element.
That's interesting. Oh, there's no intro and ending credits. Oh well, I'm just gonna take a short break, guys, but I'll tell you my thoughts in a minute. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. So, yeah, let's start with my thoughts on the episode. I thought this episode was interesting. It had, it was interesting seeing Applejack, Rarity, and Pinkie Pie's point of views. Each of them very outlandish as the other. Like, some of them complete exaggerations, and all of that. Although what we didn't actually see is what actually really happened. You know, what actually happened on the trip. That's what I wanted to really see. Like Twilight saying her thoughts of what really happened. Oh well. But, yeah, each of them having different points of view, different ideas, and each of them being as outlandish as the other. And although they didn't get caught in a storm, and it wasn't, and it turned out that they weren't very far away from sea after all. It was so shallow they could virtually just stand up. Like stand up with just their hooves in the water. Yeah. Yeah, and to find out that this storm and wake was nothing more than a bunyip. So, yeah, it was awesome that they put in Australian mythology in MLP. That's awesome. And, yeah. So yeah, it was actually really, really fun to watch. But, you know, it gives an important lesson about, you know, many of the truths that we choose to cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. So, you know, probably each of them were probably telling the truth in their, telling the truth from their point of view. But, although a lot of them were pretty much exaggerations. Yeah. So yeah, and after all this time it turned out to be a bunyip, and in fact, you know, speaking of that, I'm surprised that Twilight was able to understand him. Well, understand that bunyip. Like, usually it would be Fluttershy who would try to figure things out, or try to communicate with it. So yeah. So yeah, it was interesting seeing their points of view, and like I said, it turned out to be a bunyip and a bit of a feud on who had who had what idea, and you know, who did what to who's, you know, finger pointing of whose fault it was, when really it was sort of, they were sort of equally at fault, and at the same, well, from one part equally at fault, and at the same time not completely at fault. Like for instance, the cucumber sandwiches going into the water because they were fighting, and you know, causing a bunyip to appear because, you know, they dropped the cucumber sandwiches in, and you know, causing the boat to capsize and ruin their trip. So yeah, it's sort of debatable, but I'd say they're sort of equal. I'd say they're not at fault, but at the same time, all at fault. But yeah, it was fun seeing their seeing their points of view, points of view of what happened. But yeah, I'd say it was a fun episode, and yeah, a fun episode, good, like a good plot, and funny elements, and yeah. So all in all, I'd say it was a decent episode. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed my blind commentary of episode 22 of season 6, and hopefully I'll get onto episode 23 as soon as I can when I get the chance. But as usual, until then, thank you all for watching. This is Raptormon132 saying bye bye everyone. Bye bye.